Do you know the difference in a HMO and serviced accommodation? HMO stands for house in multiple occupation. So let's say we've got a 4-bedroomed property. Let's say the mortgage on this property is £1,000 a month, and let's say bills and expenses come to £500, meaning our total expenses are £1,500 a month. Now, if it's just a standard buy-to-let, you get a standard tenant in there using the whole unit as one property. If you run this as a HMO, what you can then do is charge room by room for the property. So you put a tenant in each room in the four-bed property. If we charge £500 per month per room, that would mean we're bringing in £2,000 a month revenue, which then means we're making £500 a month profit on our 4-bed HMO. Serviced accommodation is slightly different. So this is where you are still using it as one unit on the 4-bed property. However, you don't put tenants in there, you have guests stay over and you charge a nightly rate on the property. So let's stick with our example, £1,000 a month mortgage, £500 a month expenses, £1,500 a month total. Let's say we're charging £100 per night. So that would mean we'd need 15 nights in the month to make our £1,500, and then everything on top of that becomes profit. So if we get 20 nights of 30, that gives us our £2,000 revenue we were getting on the HMO, but it also leaves us another 10 nights in a 30-day month where we could still fill it with guests and again make more profit on this unit. And here's the real exciting part. You can do either of these strategies without owning a single property. Now this is where rent to rent comes into play. If you can get an agreement with the landlord on a rent to rent lease agreement, you can take control of their 4-bed property, you pay them a monthly rent figure, but then you can use it as either a HMO or a serviced accommodation unit to increase your cash flow and increase your profits.